My mission is simple, to make you money. I'm here to level the playing field for all investors. There's always a bull market somewhere, and I promise to help you find it. Mad Money starts now. Hey, I'm Cramer. Welcome to Mad Money. Welcome to Cramerica. Other people make friends. I'm just trying to save you a little money on one of the worst days I've seen in my career. So call me at 1-800-743-CNBC. Tweet me at Jim Cramer. Well, look, at least it's over. I'm talking about this miserable month of April, where the Dow plunged more than 1,700 points, S&P plummeted 9%, and then the NASDAQ, it went down 13.3%. Worst month since 2008? Wow. Normally, April's a good month for the stock market. The last truly April I remember was like this was in 2000, right after the dot-com peak. It was April 14 to 17. We had all this junk that had recently come public, more than 300 dot-com IPOs and their relatives, and they dwindled to nothing. I mean, like nothing. Sounds a lot like the IPOs and SPAC mergers we had in the last couple of years, doesn't it? I mean, I guess people must have been thinking there was someone today saying, hey, look, Putin means what he's been saying, which obviously is bad. And there were other people who just said, just get me out. So today was a fitting coda to this month's relentless grind. And I've got to tell you, if you just look at today, Dow losing 939 points, S&P 156, look at this, 3.6%. And then the NASDAQ. I mean, at like 2:30, this thing was down 200 points. And it's down 4.17%. That's the definition of bad. This is a market where you can't get excited to buy anything. Anything on our up day. We went over for the trust. I said, let's just buy one stock. I mean, I just one stock. Let's pick at something. And you know why we didn't want to be more aggressive? Because once again, it was an old FANG name. How the heck did I come up with that? That was good for about 8 years. That blew us out of the water, and it was Amazon. And its weakness reverberated throughout the entire market. Hey, throw in Apple saying that China's lockdown might cost them $48 billion in lost sales, and you had a real recipe for pain. Now, I get when Amazon's in the penalty box. That was not a good quarter, and I'm glad that we had sold a lot. But Apple's a different story. Once again, I am saying it. Own it, don't trade it. That was a good quarter. And I spent enough time with Luca Maestri, who's the CFO, and Tim Cook, who's the CEO, yesterday, to go through the numbers and know they were really great. And what I'm hoping that next week should be better. Now, look, I've got to tell you, I don't expect a good day Monday. When you have a really horrible day like today, sometimes you get a bounce, all right? Right in, you get a bounce. And what you've got to do is you must sell that bounce, all right? Because then you're going to get a better moment after Europe closes. Think about 11:30. Now, we do have a break. Fewer big companies are going to be reporting. That is going to allow us to catch our breath. This was in all the reporting periods that I've done. And remember, you can think about it. For a year of this week, and I've been in this business for more than 40 years, this was the hardest I've ever seen. Too many new companies, too many companies that were controversial. This next week will be a lot easier. Plus, we have Warren Buffett, who's likely to favor us with some positive comments about a host of stocks and make us feel better. It's okay. You can watch him all day tomorrow on our network. That's what I'm going to do. Now, if I know anything about Buffett, he'll tell us this sell-off is a buying opportunity, not a disaster in the making. You may think it's glib. You may think it's like, so what? He's rich, I'm not. But let's just listen, okay? And with that in mind, let's go to our game plan. And I'm going on companies that I think are going to be, remember, I don't want an up opening because you'll get crushed, okay? You'll get crushed like one of those flies on a windshield outside of Tallahassee, where everywhere I went, I had to use the windshield wipers. Since the peak in November, I've been saying you want profitable companies that make something real, return capital to shareholders, and have reasonably priced stocks. That's our mantra for the CNBC Investing Club, which has its meeting, by the way, on Thursday. And this time, I'm doing a little different this time. You're going to see the completely tortured, stubborn, raw side of me. This is not it, believe it or not. Anyway, my mantra has saved you a ton of money, which is why I love, what do I love? I love the oil companies. We own so many oils for the trust. It's great. Massive variable dividends from from Devon. On Monday, we hear from the man who pioneered this new model of dividends. Not true. Hey, where else? We got it too later on the show. You don't like it. Rick Moncrief, the CEO of Devon Energy. He'll explain how his company will continue to show great discipline, perhaps returning a dividend equal to 7%. Hey, by the way, that's better than your CD that you're running to or Treasury. Much better. Next, we're on the lookout for companies that have stalled in raising their prices because there may be too much capacity. A likely place? Mosaic, which makes fertilizer. We have a big deficit in what we're making down on the farm, even as the business is booming. If Mosaic sees pricing topping out, well, and I don't see it, by the way, but let's see, then Jay Powell might not have to raise interest rates as aggressively as he thought. Hey, by the way, you could argue that Jay, without doing anything, has crushed the stock market, which is a major way that that rich people spend money, and I'm cognizant of that. And he's getting the job done. I mean, he didn't even do anything yet. All right? Now, we're also going to get the results of Clorox. They've had a couple of really awful quarters. Let's just call it as we see it, all right? The company doesn't need to blow away numbers this time. They just need to put up a decent one, all right? And that could send this tattered stock higher. They've got to do something with that supplements business. The supplements business is a lousy business. Tuesday morning, we start with Pfizer, which has made so much money from the pandemic that I hope they consider buying another drug company to make up for some looming patent expirations over the next few years. Geez, hey, you see that stock today? I mean, this thing is getting crushed. Good yield, 6 times earnings. Now, here's the 39 times earnings ones I like, Estee Lauder. But the market has turned against it because it's too expensive. Even though it's like LVMH, they're betting the company's key Asian markets are going to be closed thanks to COVID. I'm betting with the CEO, Fabrizio Freda. He has tackled that problem. He's the best in the business. You want a former high flyer that I think can fly again? Remember this one, AMD, Lisa Su? Yeah. Now, they just swallowed Xilinx, which is another semiconductor company, but in a lot of different lines of business. And they may very well report an upside, not that anybody cares. Given how far the semiconductor stock has fallen from its highs, though, even an inline quarter could send it flying. I am itching to tell you to buy the stock. We sold much higher in a down opening on Monday. We'll be frozen from doing so now because I just said this. We hear from Airbnb, too. And I think the strong travel data we've seen lately means that they'll have a decent set of numbers. Airbnb is one of the few real winners from a period where there weren't too many good stocks. I think it could tell a great story. But it's a very high-priced earnings multiple, so once again, it may not matter. After the close, Starbucks. Howard Schultz, back. This time focused on the workers, not you. I think this quarter would be rough no matter what, lockdown in China, but it'll hurt even more now that management feels the need to be able to say to the employees, you don't need a union, we'll take care of you. Wednesday morning, CVS Health, ever since they became a health company, I like that, is going to be capitalizing on the COVID vaccine. I think a lot of people have rediscovered CVS. They like it, recognize it. I still can't use the scanners. Moderna, on the other hand, hasn't yet capitalized on anything. These guys have so much money from the COVID vaccine, but now they have to do something to broaden the portfolio. It can't be a one-trick pony. I wish we could take B-52s, fly over China, and drop Moderna. Next, we had a great number this week from Chipotle. Nothing anybody cared. So how about Yum Brands, parent of Pizza Hut, KFC, and Taco Bell? While Chipotle owns all of its stores, Yum is heavily franchised. Hey, how about the difference? I think that the difference is Chipotle's better tasted. Also, let's see if they're having the same success finding workers as Chipotle. Thursday, remember I like the oils. It's ConocoPhillips, all right? All right, well, maybe we switch the date there. I like ConocoPhillips. I think it'll be fabulous with a good balance of natural gas and crude. As I've said before, I'm always on the lookout for situations where commodity costs are peaking because more supply has come online. The most logical place to look is a company called WestRock. Okay, they make paperboard. And there's no industry more willing to put up new factories to change, just to be able to chase demand than the paper industry. I know that. My father was in it for 60 years. Jay Powell, listen up. When paper peaks, you know we're going to get inflation under control. If it hasn't peaked, well, it's your ballgame. You want the most consistent earner for the week? The one that's going to be the best? It's going to be Zoetis. Why? Well, it's a healthcare company, pet healthcare. I can't believe how well this company's run, spun off by Pfizer 9 years ago. I think CEO Kristen Peck will put up great numbers. You really have to buy something into the down 3% that I expect here, go for Zoetis. Thursday morning, Shopify, I just mentioned because it's been cut in half, truly plummeted. Online fulfillment expert for small, medium-sized businesses, pigeonholed as a lockdown company. Not true. It's a company for all seasons. But nobody believes me anymore about that stuff. Even a great quarter might not matter, being a little cynical. Remember how I said that Airbnb was one of the few companies that's gotten through this period with flying colors? Well, the other one is DoorDash, okay, Tony Xu. People love to eat at home, and they buy their own liquor rather than paying through the nose for drinks at my former restaurant and every other restaurant. But the standard is high these days, so if DoorDash doesn't beat handily, it's a lookout below. Oh, and then me again, kind of in the way I am right now, a little raw. Friday, Under Armour, and all I can say is Lulu's crushing them, and so stay away. I'm going to listen because it's a homework-oriented, but Lulu's a good stock to buy into the weakness. I like the oil pipelines, too. Enbridge, my favorite. It's got a real nice yield. They can afford to raise it. They're down there in the Gulf. Looks real good. Finally, let's not forget that we're going to have some number that everybody's going to interpret as negative except for me, because we're going to be so far down that it's going to look up to me. It's possible the job numbers will have peaked because companies that hired extra workers so they'd be covered during the worst days of the pandemic have started to let them go. Go listen to the Amazon call. That'd be very good news for a stock market that's terrified of inflation. More on that later. Do you know if Putin didn't have nukes and China wasn't stupid enough to close down the country, you know what this market would look like? Which is why it's very difficult to leave it. Bottom line, I am so glad April's over. Michael in Arizona. Michael.
Jimmy, how you doing?
I don't know. This was a bad month.
Try brutal.
That's right.
Brutal quarter.
Yeah, I even ate a lot of peanuts. They look fat. What's up?
I'll try to be as concise as possible. I wanted your feedback. The stock has beaten estimates 10 straight quarters, has impressive free cash flow, actually makes money, PE of 45, forward PE low 20s. Just entered Japan, Brazil, Australia, now access to additional 500 million people. I think they're over-focused with the monthly average users, which I think is stabilized and is actually going to go up in the next 12 months moving forward. What's your take long-term on Pinterest? I
think that PayPal should buy Pinterest. I say that because when PayPal walked away from Pinterest, the stock then dropped 200 points. I think a merger with PayPal and Pinterest makes a ton of sense here. They got to start merging. You can't just have all these companies out there. It's just too much like 2000, April 14 of 2000. Bob in Massachusetts. Bob.
Jim.
Bob.
I'm honored to talk to the best in the business.
Yeah, if I were the best, I would have told everyone to sell everything. But you know what? I appreciate the comments. What's up?
But, Jim, you are definitely the GOAT of Wall Street.
Really? Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure. I prefer and am invested in two best-of-breed defense stocks over the last several years, and I'm up 26% on each.
That's nice.
I would like to know if you like either one or prefer one or the other. And they are Lockheed Martin and Northrop Grumman.
Okay, now, I like your style. I like how much you've made. I know Takelet. So, what I do is I gravitate toward the guy who I like, Jim Takelet, who runs Lockheed Martin, who's Air Force pilot. He's sensational. I think LMT is a great, great company. Will you look at this? And I'm supposed to have fun tonight? I'm so glad this miserable month, April's over. I think next week should be a little bit better. I think the next few minutes will be better. Oh, man, because the month's over. Oh, man, tonight, Weyerhaeuser had its strongest first quarter record. So can the timber company continue to build profits? I'm checking with the CEO of a very well-run company. Then Elliott Management has its sights set on Suncor. So could the activist firm's plans be what this oil company needs for sustained growth? The stock hadn't done anything. I'm going to dig into the action. And with cases rising, is it time for the U.S. to adjust its COVID strategy? Call it a strategy? I'm talking to an expert in the field. Stay with Cramer.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.